All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our apostles and elders, and Shalom to all the Akim out there preaching His word in truth, sincerity. We're just doing a brief in transit video on basically how you got to overcome. Like the main thing in this world you got to overcome is this world, and you're overcoming the flesh. And that's like your main thing, your battle that you focus on, or your main battle you deal with on your day-to-day in this world, man. So like we gonna just hop straight into it. You can get Revelations 2:21.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 21. It says, "And I gave her space to repent, or her fornication, and I gave her space to repent of her fornication, and she repented not."
Alright, hold up.
Let me see. I believe I know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, right here. He that overcometh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Bear with me for a second. Alright. It says, this is I'm gonna start at verse 25.
Okay.
Revelation 2:25. "But that which ye have already hold fast till I come, and he that overcometh."
Yeah, what you're supposed to hold fast onto is this truth, because that's really all we got in this world. Because everything else in this world is just lies that the so-called white man pushes, and this truth is the only thing that's real. This Amaf, just like math, it's always true, no matter what nation try to use it. Just like every nation has different languages,
It's a universal
it's a universal language. Yeah, it's a universal thing, and no matter where you go, 1 + 1 is always going to be 2. You can't never change that. Just like this truth is always the truth at the end of the day. No matter if his brothers reading the scriptures in Italian, or breaking it down in Italian, Spanish, English, it's still the truth. It doesn't change. You keep going.
Verse 26. "And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations."
Yeah, him that overcometh, man. And you got a lot of things you gotta overcome, man, including overcoming this world. All right, because that's a heavy thing right there, just to overcome in itself. Because there's a lot of other things that we have to overcome on top of that. You gotta overcome this chip, martial law, famine, all these other plagues that's going to hit. Babylon is going to affect us as well. These are all the things that we got to overcome. And the main things that we struggle with now is overcoming this world and overcoming this flesh, though, because we always constantly battling Satan. Whether it's financially, mentally, spiritually, we always at war. You're never at rest in this society. So we're battling to overcome this world, to inherit the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And that's when you overcome. Once Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai returns, that's when we can say we overcame. If we're part of that elect, Lord willing, we are.
Okay. But you have another verse over.
Yeah, you can get the one in Esdras when he made the world for our sakes. Or matter of fact, you can just get 1 Peter 4:2.
Okay. 1 Peter 4:2.
Yep.
This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 2. That he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lusts of men. Well, can I start at verse 1?
Yeah, you can do that.
Alright, this verse 1. "For as much then as the Mashiach Yahweh Shai has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind."
Yeah, you gotta arm yourself likewise with the same mind. Because when you suffer in the flesh, of course it's not something that you're gonna enjoy, but you gotta arm yourself in the same mind that Yahweh Shai was in when he was here. Because he did nothing but suffer. He was out there he walked righteously in the flesh, which is hard for us to do. We can't even do that on this side. But Yahweh Shai, he's the only one that did it. Walked in the flesh perfectly without committing any sin. And we gotta arm ourselves likewise though to go through the same trials and tribulations, and if not worse, that Yahweh Shai went through. Because he suffered for our sake. He suffered for Israel, for the elect's sake. So we gotta suffer as well for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.
I got a precept to back up what you're saying.
Yeah.
This is okay. This is Hebrews chapter 12, verse. I want to see where I want to start on this. I'm gonna just start at verse 7. If ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not?
Yeah. What son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? Because that's what Yasharallah means, the prince of the power. So we're sons of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So he's going to chastise us when we go off. Because the law was given to Israel, it wasn't given to these other nations. So the Lord only going to chastise us when we go off. And that's how you know that the Lord is dealing with you. When you actually getting judged, like when you doing something wrong, you know you're supposed to be doing something else, but you choose to go against what you know to do. The Lord started jacking you up. You know the Lord dealing with you though, even though it's not something that's pleasant. You know that the Lord dealing with you because He's judging you to tell you, to show you that you're going in the wrong direction, or you might just be getting judged for righteousness' sake.
Yep, that's how I was gonna say that through the Spirit. I believe it says that in Peter's, you know, being chastised for righteousness' sake, and not basically being judged as evildoers, you know, not being judged for the same things that these niggas and these people in this world, you know, catch hell for, all right, because they're complete demons, chiefly Jacob, all right, because that is the only nation that the Lord chose to deal with, all right, his chosen nation, you know. So it's for us to make sure as much as possible we're walking that thin line, you know, that we're on that straight and narrow path, all right, because Satan is out here plotting on us, man, you know, and Satan has control of this world. So thus forth, this world is going to come against us, man, in every aspect of our life here, man, you know. Yeah. Yep. So us catching hell, that's another confirmation that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is with us, you know. So it says, if ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. Yeah, if you endure the chastening, he dealeth with you. You can't be just, you gotta endure it. You can't just like cry about it all the time. You gotta endure that. And that's why dudes fall out, because they couldn't endure the chastisement from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That'd be the main reason they want to give up, because they say it's too much of a burden. Oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. You got more responsibility and duties that's placed upon you being a servant of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You can't just be a nigga and not do anything. You gotta hold yourself to a certain standard, man. And that's what niggas that fall out, that's what they hated doing the whole time. They hated having to hold themselves to a certain standard and being held accountable for doing certain things. Because now you got more responsibility once you come to serve the Lord. That's why it says in you can get Sirach 2:1. Yeah, that's why I say when even the bro finna grab. That's why I say you gotta prepare yourself for temptation, man. Because you're gonna be tempted while you in this truth, man. This world, Satan really controls this world, so you're gonna be continually tempted while you're on this side, man, till you overcome this society and overcome the flesh, man. When Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai return, the temptation is not gonna stop until the Lord returns. You want it from the top?
Yeah, you can start from the top.
This is Sirach chapter 2 verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Yeah, when you come to serve the Lord, you gotta get ready, man. You gotta brace yourself. You can't just come here and just like you go into a boxing ring and just have your hands down. No, you gotta have your hands up. Be ready, man. Prepare yourself, because when you go into a boxing match, you know you finna get punched. So you prepare yourself by holding your hands up to defend yourself. When you come to the truth, you prepare yourself for the temptation by arming yourself with the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and then meditating upon the precepts continually to stay in the spirit. So when Satan tries to come and get at you to cause you to go off, then you're gonna know that it's Satan coming at you. And you know certain things that's part of the truth, like catching hell, because it's written in the scriptures. All right, keep going.
It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
Yeah, and that's good right there.
Yeah.
Constantly endure and make not hasten in time of trouble. And that's what most dudes do that fall out. They make haste. Once they got into that little affliction, they wanted to make haste and just get out, because they couldn't sit there and endure it. Yahweh Shai, you think he wanted to sit on the cross when he was on the cross? He had to just endure that, man. Sitting there, actually hanging there, suffering. You don't think he wanted to just get down? Because they scoffed at him, say, if you're a son of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, why don't you just take yourself down off the cross? You don't think he wanted to just get down and then put everybody to death scoffing at him? He could have easily did that, but he didn't do that. He knew what he had to do, and he accepted that, man, and he endured it. That's why he got placed on the right hand side of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. But you niggas, you don't want to endure shit. Niggas that fall out, you don't want to endure it. Because it ain't no easy thing being in this truth. Yet at the same time, the scriptures, like we read already in the other scriptures, you got to arm yourself in the same mind as Yahweh Shai, man. Yeah, it's certain things that you don't want to do. Of course, it's going to be like that at times. It's going to be things you don't want to do, yet you have to do it. All right? It's required of you. Being a servant of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, you're a servant. All right, you don't make the shots. You don't make the calls. You follow orders.
Did you want me to continue back in 1 Peter chapter 4?
Did you read verse 2?
Verse 2. Let me go back. All right, this is back in 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 1 again. For as much then as Hamashiach Yahweh Shai have suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that have suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin, that he no longer shall live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of the Most High.
Yeah, when you suffer in the flesh, you cease from sin, man. Because if you was just always doing good and never got cast any judgment, never caught hell, then your mind will go straight from Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Because you're doing good 24/7, you never suffering. You never considering the consequences for anything. You don't get complacent. But when you catching hell and getting judged, it makes you want to be in the right spirit, man. It makes you stop, like it said, like what did the part you say? It said when you when you get judged. Read it, or you can read it again.
Okay.
The last little part.
It says that he no longer should live that he shall no longer live the flesh.
No, above that part, or before that part, I mean.
Verse 1. For as much then as Hamashiach Yahweh Shai has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that have suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin.
Yeah, he that suffered from the flesh ceased from sin, man. And that's what that suffering does for you. It helps you stop sinning. It makes you want to do right when you're suffering. It makes you want to overcome your weak points instead of just bowing out and giving up and saying like, oh, there's nothing I can do about it. It makes you want to overcome that, man. Because when you're suffering, it makes you want to do right, man. Be more on point. Or it should make you want to be like that.
I got a precept for you. This is St. Matthew chapter 5 and 10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah, blessed are they that read that part again.
Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah, blessed are they that are persecuted for righteousness' sake, man. Because what we do, the works that we're doing is a righteous act. And whenever we get persecuted, whether we're out there in the streets or not, we thankful for that, because we know that we're in the right spirit. When other niggas and other bug outs come up against us, or anyone comes up against us, scoffers or whatever, or if we just catching hell for doing the righteous acts, we understand what that is. we suffering for doing righteousness, man. And we accept it. All right, we understand that it's chastisement from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, but it's ours. It's like the other scripture we read: when you suffer in the flesh, you cease from sin, and then it's going to help us be more on point to enter into the kingdom if we endure that suffering and endure that all that temptation that we have to continually face in this truth, man.
Because what does the flesh have to offer? Nothing but the deceitfulness of sin. You know, and Yahweh Shai conquered sin in the flesh. He overcame this world. All right, because what's in this world? I believe it says in 1 John, you know, nothing but the lust of the eyes, the flesh.
Yeah.
That's all leading to what? Sin. That's all the deceitfulness of sin. You know, I believe Jeremiah 17:5. You know, the heart is desperately wicked. You know, that's this fucking flesh, man. You know, because it'll lead you. You know, Satan and demons can constantly plague your flesh to where what? It got you thinking that you're that these thoughts are your thoughts. You know, because you get thoughts. Hey, everybody down here gets thoughts. The difference from us men of the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, is that we're able to discern between these thoughts and go through the scriptures and see if those are thoughts of Satan or are actual thoughts. You know. Is that our spirit or is that a righteous spirit or a demonic spirit, you know?
Discernment.
Yeah, discernment, man. And that all comes with this knowledge and wisdom of these scriptures, okay? That comes with this word. That comes with Yahweh Shai, who came in the volume of the book, man. The same one who overcame this world, this flesh, and sin. He conquered it, man. You know? And that's who we are ambassadors of. That's who we're in the stead of. Yahweh Shai, man. That's who we have backing us. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay? So with that, man, we can do the same thing. And through the Spirit, we're doing it. You know? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. We can just see it to the end. Because that's what it's all about. Enduring this thing to the very end. You know?
So we can end it right there real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So we gonna just end it off right there, but it's all about overcoming this world, man, and overcoming this flesh, because you're constantly enduring the temptation. But you gotta prepare yourself to be like-minded, like Yahweh Shai, man.
Yeah, you have to arm yourself.
Arm yourself, likewise.
Yep. Arm yourself, likewise. And it's like it was actually Jeremiah 17:9. I'll bring it out through the Spirit. It says the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? You know? And that's why you have to go into these scriptures, man, and not walk in the flesh.
Yep.
You know,
not
we
go
battle,
off your own opinion.
Yeah, we battle in the Spirit, man. So we have to war in the Spirit. Stay armed in the Spirit. You know, arming ourselves likewise in what? In the Spirit. You know, in the Spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Understanding the how do you say it? Understanding the basically the seriousness of this battle,
The gravity.
the gravity of this battle, man. On all aspects, being circumspect, being sober-minded, you know, discerning and examining, you know, because this is all a test at the end of the day.
So with that, we're going to give all praises again to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our apostles and elders. And shalom to the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. And shalom.
Shalom, Akim.